Anytime assholes start talking about military standards, I'm reminded of this wonderful article that I read many years ago now. It was written in 1993 on the eve of Don't Ask, Don't Tell by one of my favorite theologians, Stanley Horwath, and the title of the article is Why Gays as a Group Are Morally Superior to Christians as a Group. And in addition to being a fabulously confronting title for many of the people who would then go on to read it, it also succinctly states the conclusion there in advance, so you know exactly what he's going to be arguing. And what follows is a rather clever theological analogy. While many people back then, and still many people today, unfortunately express reservations about gay people, we can update this to LGBTQ plus people in general, serving in the military, they really should be expressing reservations about Christians serving in the military. After all, one of the few genuine biblical consistencies that we have that holds true across a range of texts is that Jesus' ethic is an ethic of pacifism, and this ethic gets expressed on a number of occasions, perhaps most famously in the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 5, where Christians are instructed to love their enemies. We get another version of this idea towards the end of the Gospel of Matthew with a famous saying, if you live by the sword, you'll die by the sword. And we get a fierce condemnation of state-sanctioned violence in John chapter 18, where Jesus says, my kingdom is not of this world, otherwise you would see my followers fighting on my behalf. As a result, any Christian who's actually following or attempting to follow Jesus' ethics in the New Testament should be a significant liability in military service. After all, if you tell a soldier to go kill somebody over there and the soldier says, no, you know what, I'd rather love them instead, they're not a very good soldier. And yet this is exactly what Jesus asks his followers to do on a number of occasions and in a number of ways. So Horwath here sees the supposed incompatibility between gay people and military service as a virtue of the gay community, a virtue that he would like to see replicated in the Christian community. It should be unthinkable to put Christians in military service. And because that's not unthinkable, the title, gays as a group are morally superior to Christians as a group. Unfortunately, Jesus' ethic of pacifism did not survive very long in mainstream Christian practice. And that's because the kinds of theology that tend to survive for a long time in mainstream practice are those that are most compatible with empire and empire building and imperial power. And obviously it's very difficult to have an empire built on an ethic of pacifism.